Hi, good afternoon, gentlemen. They say that living in the past was just a waste of time.
Gibson. Oh, lovely lob and goal number 3. Gibson, who gets through a lot of tidying up for Leicester.
Ex-footballer David Gibson, better known as Gibbo, was at the heart of creating goals for Leicester in the 60s.
Dave Gibson with a kick.
He was sort of magical to watch.
You felt like you're an actor on stage.
Gibson's claiming there that he should have played the advantage.
He played as a juvenile for Livingston United and professionally for Hibernian, Leicester City, Aston Villa and Exeter, and was selected to play for Scotland.
I scored from 20 yards against Spain.
And there's David Gibson, Scottish international.
Outside the box when I rifled it and the goalie never seen it.
Now at 87 years old, we follow Gibbo on his journey back through his life, from growing up in Winchborough to returning to Leicester City's football club with his daughter to see how it compares to his days. This is not just a tale of a footballer, it's a tale of a man who was born with his brains in his feet.
In the miners' roads in Winchborough, and whenever you went out, there were always half a dozen of the guys, and my mum would say, could you nip back next door to get Mrs. Allen, see if she's got any bread left? Any bread left. Give you 2 or 3 minutes for a bit of toast. But everybody did that in the village. They all shared something with somebody. And that was the way life it was. But when you're young and all that, nobody was poor. They were all the same. You never felt anybody was richer than you in the rows. But as I say, when you look back, it's hard not to smile about it, to be honest.
Gibbo may have been destined for the mines, but it wasn't his fate. A ball would change that.
When I was 5-year-old, my mum and dad gave me the best Christmas present I ever had. I don't know what you call it in England, gentlemen, but in Scotland, we called it a wee tanner bow. It was your best friend between the ages of 5 until you were 15. When your mum asked you to go up to the shops for the groceries, out would come the tanner bow, and you would dribble grannies and granddads all the way there and back again. And for 10 years, you would teach yourself ball control. And when the school I left behind and a job I had to find, a football scout said, hey, what's your name and all? I says, it's David Gibson, I said, with pride, and I'll play for your side, as long as you'll provide a wee tanner ball. Well, for Scotland I was capped, how they thundered, how they clapped, because I played a game without a flaw. The goalie started praying, because I dreamed I was playing with my wee tanner ball. Anyway, we're going to talk about Livingston. They were the best team I ever played. I've played for Leicester, Aston Villa. They were the best team I ever played with. They were, honestly, at that age, under 21s they were. We won all the cups, and the Scottish Cup was there, a juvenile cup, where you play the whole of Scotland, and we won the final, and that's when a scout from Hibernian seen me. Just your luck again, and I signed for Hibs. And then the following season, I got picked to play in Hibs' Hearts Select team. Started the season, a charity game. And would you believe, I got to play with my hero, Willie Bold, this guy that I've watched for years. Now, he was now well in his 30s, and I'm about a 17-year-old just coming into the game. We got beat 7-4 by Burnley. Burnley were a good team then. 3 hat-tricks in the same match, and fortunately I was one of them. The only time in my career I scored a hat-trick because I was playing alongside my hero, and he made the goals. He was that good.
Here is Leicester City and Davidson, number 10, David Gibson. He made the move down south from Hibernian this January.
Now, after leaving Leicester City 55 years ago, he gets a behind-the-scenes tour with his daughter and long-time friend, club historian John, to see how it compares to his golden era.
Good morning, sir.
Hello, Davey. Nice to see you again.
No, pleasure to see you.
Yeah, back to your haunts of years ago. That's very nice.
From a long time ago, yeah.
My first memories of Davey as a player go back to maybe 1962, 1963 season. And he was sort of magical to watch, and I remember standing on that terrace, and I distinctly remember being really impressed by Davey, and I'm not just saying this, you know, he was actually my favourite player as a kid.
This is absolutely magnificent.
Wow.
What a stadium. The only time I'd seen Filbert Street looking like this pitch was the very first game of the season, when it was all mowed down and it looked like that. This is now November. When we played in November, we were in water or mud. When we played at Filbert Street, nothing like this. This is pure luxury. I call this pure luxury. I've never played here, but the atmosphere at Filbert Street was superb. That's what I loved about it, coming out in the field. I mean, the people weren't away back there. They were next to you. They were nearly just off the track. That's where the crowds were. And that's why you got this brilliant atmosphere at Filbert Street. It really was good.
The other thing about Filbert Street was the brilliant atmosphere under the floodlights.
Oh, yeah.
A Filbert Street night under floodlights was special.
You felt like you're an actor on stage.
Yeah.
You were at focal attention, just you. And I thought, this is what it's all about.
I first met David in my very first week doing this job, and I was very privileged and thrilled to meet him because of his past. He had very generously lent his Scotland international shirt to the club, and the club, with his 2 caps, had actually put them in a frame and had glue-gunned his shirt to the back of a picture. And Davey was not a happy man when I spoke to him, because he said, just look what they've done to my shirt.
Oh, God, luxury, bloody hell. Look at this. Honest to Christ, you never had any. They've got my jersey up there. Where's John? Is that my Scottish jersey up there? John, is that my Scottish jersey they've got up there?
Shirt. That's one of your Scottish caps. That's the famous
I can't believe it.
Yeah.
It looks about my size right enough.
Yeah, it's definitely yours.
Bloody hell.
Wow.
And the cap. Playing for Scotland, I thought, bloody hell, my twitching I was. I got through it, the bottom line, I got through it, and I went on tour, basically. We played on tour, and then the last game we had to play was out in Spain. And can you believe it? We won 6-2. No, you couldn't believe it. After the 3 games we lost earlier. The manager said that's the best Scottish team we've ever had.
And there's David Gibson, Scottish international, number 10.
I wouldn't have swapped my career for anything. No way. As I say, I keep saying it, I wouldn't change it for all the tea in China. No, it was a super time. I had my turn, and any young kids that's any good, stick at it. Yeah, it can be a great career for you. And here's the story I wrote to Alan Birchall announcing my retirement. So lads, the party's over and no more will I play. But keep in touch with you I will, I'll come and watch you play. So thanks again for all the laughs I've had along the way. I wish you well and no more pools whenever next you play.
He was magical, he was light on his feet, he was so skillful with the ball.
Gibson, Robinson's moved forward for Leicester. A beautiful, what a clever! And goal there.
I wasn't a goal scorer basically in my life, but occasionally I scored the goal now and again. But when they say, what was your best goal you ever scored? I always said, I scored from 20 yards against Spain. Outside the box when I rifled it and the goalie never seen it.
Gibson, a goal!
I was chuffed to bits. I've scored the goal in the Bernabeu. As I say, I keep saying it, I wouldn't change it for all the tea in China.
A wedding present for David Gibson, the 3rd goal of the match, David Gibson.
Gentlemen, thank you for being a smashing audience. I hope you enjoyed my journey into the past. Thanks very much. Well up. End of story, gentlemen. Oh, dear o' me.